Hello again everyone, is Nature Girl Gaming. Today I'll be doing something pretty interesting, but I would like to review the new pack for The Sims just because I don't really like it much and I don't like that I had to spend $20 on it. But it is pretty cool in some ways, so I will get to the good review and bad review that I have for it. So first of all, you have the Create a Sim, which I think is really good. I really like all the new things that it adds. It doesn't add any new things of these. I'm just going to create a normal sim for me. But first, let's get into the hairs. So it adds in 4 new hairs for girls and 1 new hair for boys. Wait, that's not right. It adds in 2 new hairs. Oh, 1 ambi, okay. So you have this pretty veil, which I really like this hair actually. I like all of these hairs. And it does actually depend very much on the color of hair, which I think is a pretty nice detail because they did it with everything else. And I like that they have like the pretty little jewels. So I really like the hairs. You also have kind of this short one, and you have this more tied back and jewel encrusted one. Then a really pretty actually like curly straight like sticking up hair with really pretty braids that do change color. And then you also have the man thing, which I could definitely see a girl having this, like, I definitely could. And basically it changes between silvers and golds and bronzes and blacks throughout it. And this is one that I really like, is like pastel. But I don't like that you can only have pastel on this one, because like it would be really cool if you could have like pastel on this one maybe, instead of just pink. Basically, these are our hairs. I like that they have the veil, although I don't know why the veil doesn't, like, hang down. I feel like it should. But basically, I'm just going to go to the shorter one so that we can see better. And I don't believe that adds in much new makeup. Yes, it has just this one, which I actually really like this one, because I like the way that it's more mild toned. And it has this one new eyeliner, which, basic eyeliner. It has no new, like, cheek gloss or whatever it's called. Blush, yes. And I don't think that it has anything for this. No. And it does not have any new face paints. So just those 2 makeup departments. I think that it probably should have had some lipstick, but it doesn't really matter much. And then we have the new, like, wear, which I really like. This is probably actually the best part about the game, to be honest, although I do like the new cakes that you can get, but I'll get into that later. So I'm going to change it to wedding stories. For just the normal clothing, you have this pretty, I don't know why I call it like a lawyer jacket. It's not even a jacket. And then you also have this one, which I actually really find pretty, but it's not the best. And then we have dresses, which obviously the main department in the clothes, because wedding dresses. So we pick them, and you can see we have all of these. This is all of the full body. So of course, if we take off feminine, then we will get much more. And I'm going to go just through a quick round of base colors, just to show. Oh, and just a note, this one does have a veil, which I really like. And also, I really like how they have much more differences. They have kind of the more tuxedos with, like, the ties. And then they also have more kind of tux-like dresses. Like maybe this one. That could definitely be more ambi. So we continue on, then we get to the more original wedding dresses. They have quite a few colors to pick from. And then we also have this one, which happens to actually be one of my favorites. This one, which is more of a normal one, it has kind of a cape. And we have all of these. I happen to really like this one, because I really like the fading. And I really liked the blue one, for that matter. It's just a really good dress. And then we have this one, and this one. We keep on going. until we get to this one. I also really like this one though. It's really pretty, especially in this color. And then we go to bottoms, and as you can see here, if we change the packs, you have only one in feminine, one in masculine, and I really like the feminine thing. I think it's supposed to go with the top, which we can actually see here, yes. And I really like that they have matching features. I've always really liked the matching features in the sim. In the sim, what? And then we continue on and get to my wedding stores on shoes. We have these ones and these ones. And we also have these ones for the boys. Now I have no idea why it only added in these as heels. Also, I feel like this is more wedges. But basically, I feel like there should definitely be some more heels maybe. But anyways, that's not a broken thing at all. That's just normal. It does not add in any new aspirations of such. And I don't think that adds any new names, which is something I've seen can happen, actually. Like, I've seen names that I've never seen before. So let's just give random names. And give her the best aspirations. But anyways, next part will be the more like new place. So I will see you then. So here are actually just the ones that I normally have, but then we also have this one, which Tartosa, and I really like the little doves that fly by. It's really pretty. And at first when I was seeing this, I did expect to see something more like if we go up here, I was expecting to see something a little bit more like Glimmerbrook, but maybe like 6 slots instead, like just a bar. And I knew there's probably going to be some kind of revenue. I think that's what it's called. And maybe just like one residential lot. But no, it's actually a full-fledged place. And I was pretty surprised to see this. Has a nice little beach. Has a few like revenues. I think those are what they're called. I'll have to check later. And it also has this nice little beach area over here, which I'm going to choose. So we choose this place, and it seems really nice, and I really like the whole area. And as you can see, I have 2 Sims now. I just made another one set as fiance. But we have just this really, really nice area here. And something else that I like is the build mode items. I really liked the build mode items, like a lot. So you can see here we have all the different ones, and if you want to go to wedding, you can see all the like new wedding things, which I'm just gonna show a bit. So this is like a wedding beacon, which I don't know exactly what it is, but I'm pretty sure that it's just like a more decoration. And then you have pretty wedding chairs, I think that's what they're actually called. And a lot of really pretty arches, which I will now line up. Let me just delete this tree and rocks. So I will quickly line up all the arches. Cheats! I actually really like that one. And I'm not even joking, there are a lot of wedding arches. I don't think this is technically a wedding arch. So you have all of these wedding arches. And I think the stone one actually looks really cool. It looks like something that would have come with Jungle Adventure. Let's just get rid of all of those. And move on to basically just everything else. So if we go in, we can see there's not really much new stuff in this department. You can't really see any differences here. There might be a few new curtains or something. Then we go here, and there's not really any other new stuff for this. And we continue to look. Seems like there's just not much. And there's really not that much in build mode because it's more focused on everything else that it's doing. But we just have all of this stuff. So if we go to, let's see, this, perhaps, wait, I clicked the wrong thing. Did I? No. Ah! I'm trying to make like a little wall. So this is not my first time, and is my first time like fully customing a house though. Which, And I don't even know if this is an actual bed added by this pack. Which, don't think there are any beds added by this pack. So I don't know exactly what this bed is. Yeah, they don't have any real new stuff there, but it all comes into decorations. So not the paintings decorations, but if you look around it, all the things. I have not played Sims in a while, as you can see. I'm trying to find the decorations department. Decor. Decorations. As you can see, we have all the stuff from all the packs. But then we also have this. The blooming centerpiece. That is what I was looking for. Yes. So as you can see here, we have the different packs, and then we have all this stuff from the new pack. We have a room divider. And I don't know exactly what this is. I like it. I think it might be what you're supposed to like put above. We have this, which I've actually used a lot. And I think it's really pretty, actually. And I was planning to like put it up against that. There we go. And as you can see there, we have those pretty arches, even though they aren't actually connected. We have all of this new stuff. We have this little tent, which I'm not sure exactly what it's for. I'm not knowing much to weddings. And we just have these like little hearts. And I do really like the build mode stuff that it actually adds in. It's all really pretty. But anyways, next let's move on to the next step, which will be the actual marriage, like, talking. So like I had said, next spot is the talking, and you can enthuse about, like, upcoming weddings, you can express doubts about marriage, make a joke about the marriage, plan the wedding event, which we'll get to in a bit, and if you go to friendly, then there's even more. You can just keep on going on. And no, I didn't mean to click on you. So in romance, I believe that there is a new thing. At least I think it's a new thing. You can express your fondness of the person, which I don't think had been there. But you can also, it left. There you go. But you can also express the doubts about marriage or enthuse the upcoming marriage, which I think that depending on what you do, it'll give a different emotion. And we can also plan the wedding event, which now I will show. So you can have a reception, a family gathering, a vow renewal, a batch party, a wedding ceremony, a hosted dinner, and an engagement dinner. But for now, we are focusing on specifically the wedding ceremony. So we have them. You can have a sim of honor, an officiant, a flower pal, a ring bearer, and a guest. And I have a bunch of available activities, which we will also get to the actual wedding later, as I had said. You can have tea, have speeches, exchange vows, cut cake, dancing, celebration feast, spousal kiss, first dance, walk down the aisle, have toasts, blow bubbles, throw rice, and have drinks. And then there's also a pretty cool thing, or at least it's kind of cool. So you can edit their outfits and edit their outfits, which we will all get to this later, but for this section we are just kind of looking at the actual parts. And then here we can look at this. So I will leave just a little bit longer while we wait. Oh no, what did I do? Oh no. Actually started a wedding with like just us and like no one else. But I will see you when I have found some friends to be the ring bearers and everyone else. Okay, so as you can see here, I have created new people. This is Allison's sister Jo, and then Nicholas and Allison also have 2 kids now, Alberto and Cassidy. I just randomly generated the names. So you can click on them and ask them to be the ring bearer, the flower pal, which is like flower girl, or the ring bearer. Yes. So right now I'm going to go ask them, and they have a chance of saying no, which makes sense. It's a little strange though, especially like if they are child. A little bit weird. I mean, guess it makes a bit of sense. Why are they all saying no? So I think that maybe if they are your kids, then they probably should just automatically say yes. Even though, like, that sounds a bit weird. I feel like they should probably, like, if they are your child. But basically, yeah, this is just what happens a lot. And one time I actually had to ask them like 5 times, and they just eventually said yes, which is a little weird. But anyways, there is an option to do it at home, which has always been an option. But there's also an option to do it at the, like to schedule it and everything, but then also not have them. So I want to get into that, because that's probably the most glitchy thing that can happen. So if we send her over here, you see the flower person, and there should be also a wedding shop over there, and then also a cake area over here to get your wedding cake. Hello. So first we would want to ask him for a bouquet. There is actually a flower toss you can do. Oops, I accidentally clicked off of it. But there are a lot of different flower options. I'm just going to go with the pastel garden flower bouquet right now. And then we have to go shop for the cake. So there are so many cakes and so many choices. And you can actually pick multiple, but I'm going to just pick one, and I'm going to do the Galaxy Mirror Cake, which is 4-tiered. Now we're going to want to go back over here and start planning the wedding event. So on the wedding ceremony, as we had seen before, the sim of honor, we don't have an officiant, or a flower pal, or a ring bearer. We do have our sim of honor, which is the main important thing. Now I do want to express that the flower pal does work perfectly fine, although they will run away occasionally for some reason. And same with the ring bearer, although the ring bearer for some reason doesn't actually hold out a ring to the couple. But they are mostly from that part similar. So now we're going to just have the exchange vows, although we will of course want to walk down the aisle. But you can pick and delete. We're going to walk down the aisle, exchange vows, and then we would be kissing, and then cut cake. And then that would be it. Although celebration feast was also a bit weird, so I do want to show that. Everything else is pretty normal. The tea will get really weird later, though, because it's very complicated. But basically, we will pick those, and then we have no wedding cake selected, and I still have not figured this out exactly. I think that you just want to like make it a wedding cake after the wedding's already started is what it's saying, and that has worked for me before. So anyways, we're going to have polished and red, so that's our dress code. And now we would pick our place. As you can see, we will pick the wedding venue, and it should teleport us there. This is the wedding kind of preparation part right before the actual vows. So it spawns us here, although it does have like a 15 or something % chance to just have it at your own house and still start it. So as you can see, we have this beautiful wedding arch here, and we can actually just go right here. As you can see, we can have them walk up or walk down the aisle. And we have ceremony activities. So we're going to say that they should take our seats. I'm going to fill her need. No, don't run away. Please take your seats. Come on, take your seats, everyone. No, why are you sitting down? So this does happen a lot, where like the bride will just sit down, which very odd. And they will often just try to do other things. This is a quite strange thing that happens. Basically, we'll ask them to take the seats. Please take the seats. This can be solved by resetting them with cheats. We will ask them again, and it will probably still not work until we reset every single one. And even then, actually, it doesn't work. This is a new pack, so it's expected to have bugs, but it has a lot of bugs, which you're going to see soon. So we tell them to take their seats. Now, she's out here talking. Now, this is probably one of the most annoying parts, actually. They just keep coming out over and over again. Please take the seats. And she's going to keep talking. So this is not ending up very well. Gather at the aisle. Fine, that works. So eventually I would end up asking them to gather at the aisle, and as you can see in the wedding menu, there are 2 aisles. One time when I had much more guests, when I was actually spending a lot of time on it, and I had like around 10 guests, some of them came and sat out here, not at the right wedding area. So now, please take your seats. And it's not working. That will happen a lot, but anyways, we can send up 2 Sims. We can send up Allison and Nicholas. So this will happen a lot where one of your Sims gets in the way. Oh no, I just removed them from my family, sorry. But you have to reset them a lot, so I'm just going to tell her to come sit down here. Now send up 2 Sims. Let's try this again. And as you can see, it is not working. I don't know why it keeps not working for me. I think that it might have something to do with me, like, not having, like, the wedding outside. I don't know if it would work properly outside, but we could probably try. Basically, they just keep on leaving the wedding area, which is a little concerning to me. So now you can see that they can, like, hold their arms, walk down the aisle. And they can actually occasionally trip, which is a little sad. Basically, we're going to have them go up, and occasionally this will happen where they do this instead. And I'm not exactly sure why. So now we will send them over. And they can actually occasionally trip. Like on the steps. So now they are up here and all the guests have left. Oh no. Basically now, we can exchange vows. Don't know why they always come down here to do it. They do quite often. Now you may ask, where are all the Sims? They're over here. I don't know why. Maybe have your Sims get like locked in the room or something. Cause still, like, craziness. Basically we will go ask them to do that because they currently aren't exchanging their vows. You might actually have to reset them sometimes. What are you doing? That's never happened before. I think that was just dumb luck, actually. Alright. So you tell them to go exchange your vows, and they come up here, and it all plays pretty perfectly. I don't know why he's making such strange faces. Why is she talking about their hearts being broken? Oh no. Maybe they're saying it'll never be broken. Okay, yes, that's it. I'm just a little confused. But I actually really do like this part after all of the turmoil to finally get them up onto the wedding area, and there's no one watching, sadly. Oh no. As you can see, we still have these things. And also, one of the problems, it spoils after 10 hours, so you have to have the wedding the day it happens. Basically, they sometimes come in and clap, and this can happen occasionally, where they will bump noses, which is a little sad. And I actually really like this whole thing, because it's really pretty. So now I will have them go down, but for some reason the walk down the aisle thing just always stays. I'm not exactly sure why. It's a little bit weird. And for some reason spousal kiss also always stays. But anyways, what could go wrong with our beautiful mirror cake? The power went out. Oh no. But basically, we can all have them gather for the cake. What are you doing? No! This happens so much, and I hate it. Basically, we can cut the cake with Nicholas. Except we can't because our son's there. Oh no. He just walked away with the cake. So I don't like that they like maybe have a little less options. Because if you have a little less options, then you just can't keep getting it like messed up and stuff. Like I like all of the different things, but still like it should be a bit different. So this will occasionally not happen, but I've found that it works 2 out of 3 times for me. So they can cut the cake and then that'll get done. So now we can have the option to feed cake to Nicholas. So I'm just going to go into first person just to show what it looks like. It's very, very pretty. It's also worth noting that the 3 cakes I've ordered so far, I don't know if it's just weird, but they've all had the same inside. So now basically they will be sitting, so obviously they can't feed the cake. But they can feed the cake to them when they're all standing up and stuff. So she's going to grab the cake. And this actually works just perfectly if they aren't all sitting. They actually will just eat it. And at least that works. They also have much more moodlets, they have the performing vows ones, the just married one, which was already there, and then exchanging rings one. So for most part, that does work. But now we still have the problem of these two things, and for some reason it didn't work the first time, so I'm just going to have her go alone. And then it works. So for whatever reason, it does not work if they're both walking down the aisle together, which is a little bit weird because they're supposed to. And then I have no idea how to get the spousal kiss done. It just does not appear to work at all. I don't know why. And then, of course, there's still that problem with them all going to the outside arch to do everything. But anyways, let's just see some of the other things. So let's come up here and start... No. So... anyways, let's have them come up here and bouquet toss. So now we are starting the bouquet toss. Instead of dancing, no dancing. Dancing is fine. Still no dancing. What are you dancing to? The music's turned off. So they all start just sleeping at this point because the wedding takes so long to even get anything to work. So anyways, if we just send her up there gathering for the bouquet toss, she's calling. She's all so excited. And now she will start the bouquet throw. Which is pretty nice in general. She starts calling. She has the beautiful bouquet in her hands, and which was pre-selected. And then it just disappears. I'm not sure why. There are like 3 things that can happen. Either it disappears from her inventory, and like you just saw, it will come back in a little bit when they're done talking, or it'll just disappear for good. And then the other thing is that it, like, either they'll just never come, or it just won't work. So I have had her stand at the bouquet area for quite some time, actually, and just nothing happened. She just sat there, people watched her, she never even threw it at all, nothing really happened, and it was really weird. Although I do really like the cake. So basically, we can have her come up here, tell her to start the bouquet throw when she's not talking to anyone else. Speed up time a bit so that we can just wait. And she's gonna wait here forever. Let's just have them all stop sleeping so they can come for the bouquet throw. He's gonna come in and start talking to her about things, just kid, and nothing will ever happen. This is probably the, most bad thing about the whole pack to me. Just that so many things don't even do anything. Like, nothing works at all. Like, it's a really pretty lot. I really like all the new items, but, there's just no things in the wedding department. You can't really change much. And now we will get on to the final problem. So this problem is incredibly important, and it's not as much a glitch as just a really bad thing. So I know that this game is it's not in early access, it's just much newer, so hopefully they will do it more. But the thing is, this thing costs $20, and there's no way to get a refund at all. And that's just really sad because, you can try it out, and it's just not going to do anything. And I think that maybe if they wanted to make a better wedding pack, then instead of focusing so much on the, actual marriage bit, they would, oh my gosh, they would actually just have a new wedding thing about romance, because, they need to add in much more things, because romance is so easy. I've had my sim go through a whole love cycle and then get broken up with in the span of a day, like a sim's day. So I think if they did want to do a really cool wedding pack, then they could have that. They could also have the cake, but maybe not have all this new, flower girl, or, flower pal, and all the other things that go on. And, it's just a shame that they use such beauty in like all the clothing and stuff on a pack like this, where it's all broken. And I really hope that it will be fixed eventually in the many vigorous updates that will happen. And hopefully it will, because I know that several other packs took several years actually to get helped. But I think that the main problem about it not being refundable and it costing so much and then having so many bugs is that you can now no longer have a normal wedding. Of course, you can have your proposal and then just immediately elope without any guests, but this is the only form of wedding with guests that you can have, and it's broken. Which is just really sad because you can't have the base game wedding anymore. You can only have this one. So it's just really sad that that just doesn't work. And I think it's a really cool concept, but it's just so glitched that it isn't worth buying. And it looks really cool until you buy it and spend a lot of time with it making cool sims and everything. But then you get to the actual main event, the wedding part, and it just doesn't work at all. But anyways, that was my review. I've seen a lot more reviews like this on YouTube, and I hope that adding to the fuel of this will alert the game devs if they haven't already been alerted, because they probably have. This is just a warning in case some people don't watch all those other YouTubers, but they do watch me, because I have seen lots of people doing this kind of thing, talking about this pack, but I think that you would definitely want to get one of the other packs for $20 other than this one, and then maybe wait until you get a bunch more updates fixing this one. Or you could just wait in general until it is done. But anyways, that was my review on this entire pack. I think that is pretty cool, all of the new stuff that it adds, but it's just not worth buying because the main premise just doesn't work. Still can't actually do the spousal kiss that I've seen. But I think it adds in a lot of really cool stuff. And it's a good, like, stuff pack, but I don't think that the rest, like, I think they just tried to achieve too much at once. And it just didn't work. But anyways, I will see you all next time. Bye-bye.